I want to talk about intuitive eating, mindful eating, and calorie counting eating from my experience and in general point of view as well. First of all, I want to explain that I have done counting calories, and for me, absolutely eye-opening for me how much I was eating. And yeah, people tell me probably it's not a good way to dieting, but that works well for me because of I thought bacon is protein, and I really thought potato is vegetable, and sugary food is bad or junk food is bad. You're not supposed to eat, or you're not supposed to eat out as often, or fried chicken is bad. No, it is not. Counting calories is a great way to teach me what is a protein, what is a carb, and what is a fiber, sugar, and fat, because of I thought sausage is good protein sources. I love Costco hot dogs, and I thought, oh, it's a great protein. But sausages, bacon has a lot of fat, more than I thought. Probably if you're watching it, probably you think probably same way, or you are more educated than I was. I did not know. Even like picking up that certain pork or certain beef or certain processed meat, it's just okay. And it is okay to eat it as long as the amount. Because first of all, I start counting calories, made me realize what proper portion for me. And I'm really petite. I'm only 5 feet and woman, and exercise level was low. It's nothing. So I started dieting without any workout. Of course, my daily consuming calories is much lower than regular people because I don't work out. I didn't work out at all. These days, yes, I do. That's going to be another story. Please watch my Pilates for 30 days. So going back to the topic, is counting calories is everybody talk about how bad it is. Maybe it's bad for you if you don't learn what food it is to you. And you have to learn that how much ratio of protein, or actually this is considered as a carb, or bacon. For example, I love bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? I love bacon. And going to the topic is intuitive eating. Yes, definitely intuitive eating is great. I love and I believe intuitive eating. But if you have done so many diets in your life, maybe keto diet. I'm not saying keto diet is bad, but keto diet or apple diet, sweet potato diet, or eat this product for 1 or 2 meals a day, and then you eat whatever you want. The reason is you do those type of diets, including myself. I have done so many diets that I cannot count. Oh, intermittent fasting too. It's great, but you are doing because easier. You don't have to think anything about it because low carb diet. Because all you have to do is one thing. Low carb, intermittent fasting. Fasting is great because you just have to follow that fasting, or you have to survive in battle of hunger. I'm thirsty, right? And so was I, because I totally forgot what proper portion, what food is to me. And I started thinking about, as long as I can cut carbs, I'm gonna lose weight. Or I don't have to eat fat because I'm gonna lose weight. Or I'm gonna get leaner, if you want to say. But I'm never learned how to count calories and what protein, what carb it is, and what proper portion for myself. And you are not fulfilling physically and mentally. Also, that's important. And mentally, that's also coming to the mindful eating, because mindful eating is definitely comes to me the struggle for me, because of I try to remind myself this comes to mindful eating, especially when I go out to eat or in front of like my husband, he's eating Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. I love Chipotle. I'm not saying Chick-fil-A and Chipotle are bad. I'm not saying McDonald's is bad. You can eat whatever you want. But point is, you have to know what's in there, right? And if you follow just intuitive eating, yeah, I'm going to have a bubble tea 3, 4, 5 meals a day, okay? Believe me, I do. And I have done it. And people talk about intuitive eating. Yes, it's great. I did intuitive eating my 20, and I didn't struggle any gain or losing weight. I'll never have to worry about it because I just follow my intuitive eating. But also you have to know that was my 20. I didn't have a kid, and I don't have to worry about feeding somebody and responsibility and sleepless nights. It's never happened because that was my 20. Or I have to think about myself and my family too. But it's not having baby in my circle and then love relationship with my husband and then parenting struggle, and of course sleepless nights. It's increasing the stress level. Believe me. So you are 20, it's totally different. I'm never worried about it. I just follow my intuitive eating. I had a bubble tea multiple times a day. Totally fine. And then metabolism is so high. I did a workout too. It's not really working out, but it's just, you are young, so was I, and I did not know what it was. And then when I based on my 20, when I introduced myself 30, and then raising kids, having first time baby, and sleepless nights, and then so stressed out, and then recovery from my C-section and recovery from all the medical problems, you have to face that fear and angers, and then of course going towards the food. That was my case, and I started gaining so much, and then I did not know it was because I really didn't know. I just follow in my life, I just follow intuitive eating, and I've never thought of, oh, this is a protein, this is a proper carb, and I've never thought of this is proper portion for myself because my 20, I didn't have to worry about anything. Or maybe just having baby is different. I don't know, but intuitive eating is yes, I agree, but also you have to know that calorie counting is not bad. As long as you learn what balanced meal is to you. And then that was definitely struggle. And if you just counting calories, for example, 100 calories of one boiled egg or 100 calories of snack, you count as this is calorie. No, this is not. You have to learn that snack is great. You fulfilling your physical needs, but also your emotional needs. Because of snacking is important because you have a sweet tooth. I do have a sweet tooth, and it's important to fulfill those sweets feeling. Yes, definitely. But isn't it nice to have maybe other snack, for example, bread and nice yogurt as a cream, and then strawberry on the top, and then maybe maple syrup or honey on the top? It's so tasty because a more nutritionally nutritious balance. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a donuts. I have a donuts often. I love donuts, and I have bubble tea. I do have often. I have it often because you have to fulfill your emotional needs as well as your physical needs. Because diets, you need both emotional and physical needs, both. So don't skip that because of, don't battle not to eat donuts or pretzel or any snacks. Definitely important. But as comparison that I talk about hard-boiled egg, because hard-boiled egg is nutritious, balanced, because they have quality fat and then really nice protein, because egg white is nice protein. I'm not saying you should have 100 calorie hard-boiled eggs instead of those 100 snacks. Yes, you can have both. I'm not saying you should not have a snack. All I'm saying is make a balance, maybe hard-boiled egg, and then also snack both, than just having just intuitively eating snacks. Maybe your case is different, but tend to have, you want to eat whatever you want. It's a great, That's my favorite word that my physical therapist told me. When I have so much medical issues, and then my PT told me that human being, we are our body meant to be lazy. That's the honest truth. Maybe some people really love working out. Personally, I'm not really, but I started doing Pilates, and also I try to introduce myself the cardio as well for my health. Do I want to eat protein? Not really. But because I may not be intuitive responding what my need is, and my body is still messed up, maybe I don't know intuitively, I don't know what I need, maybe I don't know what I'm hungry for, I don't know. But also that was great for me, that mindful eating, because of when I start feeling more mindful what I eat, it's definitely great, because of when I feel I want to eat some snacks, and I ask myself, when I want to eat chocolate, I ask myself, do I want to eat chocolate, or I'm just lack of magnesium or iron? Because you want to eat something because you're lack of nutrition that you're missing. That's also what I learned myself. I had serious chocolate, almost addiction. I have to eat chocolate every single day, every single meal kind of feeling. But I started taking magnesium and made me realize, also I'm taking iron as well, and made me realize you tend to crave something because of you lack of some of nutrition that you haven't had. And for example, when I did low carb diet, it made me realize when I don't eat carbs at all, I start having crazy cravings. So when I have 3 meals a day and then 1 snack, and then this is my meal a day, and then try my best, not 100%, but try my best to be balanced meal. I don't have a crazy sweet craving that much anymore. I still have it because of my cycle, but I tend to have less when I have enough carbs a day, because I don't do low carb diet anymore, because I learned what proper portion for myself, the carbs. When I have a carbs every single meal plus snack, I don't crave that much anymore. Except mindful eating also important when I tend to have emotional eating or cycle, or when I'm under so much stress. I tell myself, do I want to eat this because of I'm hungry, or because I just feel stressed and then I want to eat it? It tends to have both ways, and especially in my case is also when I go out with my husband or holidays. I have a fear of missing out, because you have to talk yourself what your childhood trauma was. I don't want to say childhood trauma. Childhood trauma is more of how you brought up. And my case is, I don't want to be negative about it. This is my experience. When I was little, I have fear of missing out food. The reason is I grew up with my 2 big brothers. And as you know, men, they eat crazy amount of food. So I always felt I have to eat it now. If not, my brother's gonna eat it. I'm not blaming them at all. This is, kiddish, childish fighting over food. And I always have that. And also my husband, same way, because he's one of 4 kids. Can you believe so many siblings to fight for the food? Because he says same thing, that if he doesn't eat it now, even though he wasn't hungry, he's not going to have the chocolate anymore. That's same thing to me. I was raised, so my husband and I, both of us, we are fighting over food because of my husband fear that missing out, and so did I. I feel fear of missing out, even though neither of us were hungry, because we don't want to miss the food in front of us right now. Because in our head, if you're not going to eat this chocolate, you're never gonna eat it. that was happening to us. And then my husband and we had a deep conversation about those food. And then both of us realized, this is definitely childhood life experience we brought up. And that was difficult to face, and then we have to dig that deep in to realize what really causing at the time, because both of us, we did not know what was going on. And so do you. Probably you have fear of missing out, and at that time it's important to have mindful eating, because you have to realize that this is a mindful. When you start eating or catch the feeling, oh, am I hungry? Are you really hungry? Or you feel fear of missing this chocolate right now? If so, you just pack it, put it in your pocket, or put it in the refrigerator and tell yourself, I am not hungry. I just want to eat it because of fear of missing out. You have to know what's going on in your life, and also, oh, you want to eat it now because you are so stressed out. Your sleepless nights, raising baby, raising kids. Oh, I had an argument with my husband. I'm gonna eat his chocolate. It did happen to me. So I think you have to know. So my answer is intuitive eating, counting calories, mindful eating. I believe three factors are all of them important.